Welcome to Log Level Debug, a show 4 out of 5 doctors say has no nutritional value. Recorded live Monday, August 24th, 2026. And I'm stuck in a container. It's not as roomy as a VM. Please help. The past week has been full of news, with stories like these from globalglob.dev. Good stuff. Now let's talk about the other news we logged over the past week, with links in the show notes. And in the 98% malicious free QR codes right here. GitHub had a lot of problems this week and last week, and statistically next week, but specifically on August 17th, when a lot of their services went down for 7 hours and 47 minutes, which is enough time to watch all three Jurassic Park films and then enough of Jurassic World to realize how much you don't like it. GitHub says the root cause was too much network traffic saturating one data center and a misconfigured policy that didn't allow autoscaling to work in that scenario. Even though the network recovered quickly, a ton of connected clients sent their message retries all at once. VS Code was the worst of them all, with a retry bug that sent in 10 times as much traffic as usual, all of which combined caused a retry storm, which is worse than a retry monsoon, but way, way better than dealing with a retry hurricane. Retry earthquakes have been known to happen, but they're not really a problem anymore because we all use SSDs now. These retry weather events are expected to happen more frequently due to global warming. GitHub listed a set of follow up actions they will take to reduce the chance of this happening again, including fixing the retry behavior in VS Code, and also asking other people to do the same to their applications, because GitHub doesn't want your bad retry code to bring them down too. Please, don't DOS GitHub. They're, they barely have a single 9 of uptime right now. Also, please, pretty please, stop using it so much. It's the constant load that's breaking it. They didn't say it, but I think Microsoft would really appreciate it if we all stopped using GitHub Copilot. OpenAI is no longer scraping data directly from Reddit. The mods probably didn't ban it, but you never know with some of those subs. We at Global Glob are stating that Gizmodo is reporting that Prompt Watch discovered that OpenAI changed the way it performs searches in order to pull directly from websites. This means Reddit is being cited much less often in ChatGPT responses, down an estimated 0.03% since July. This might be bad for Reddit because previous estimates say OpenAI pays Reddit about $70 million US a year, or roughly 50 million Oopa Loopa bucks a quarter. This means ChatGPT is responding with more data from websites instead of user generated comments, like the infamous Reddit post that told people to use glue on pizza to get cheese to stay on it, which Google once told people to do. So, what does that mean for you? Is it good? Is it bad? Honestly, it's a coin toss. Outlook, not so good. Where, where is this coin from? Google will host a Google Book event on September 15th. Good for them. A lot of open source projects are moving to some kind of fee structure to get funding from the companies that abuse the take a penny, leave a penny system of open source software. And I'm looking at you, every single enterprise company in the world. The .NET Foundation, the open source software group loosely associated with Microsoft, but sort of kind of run by them too, once put out a statement with their guidance for all developers this week, but sort of kind of just for .NET developers too. The safe bet, have a lawyer read the license documents in each and every dependency you use, which is way more expensive than just paying every maintainer $5 a month. That adds up to what, 40, $50 a month? That's nothing for a company. It's a rounding error. We all pay more for streaming services each month. Netflix, Peacock, Fubo, Showmax, Dropout, Apple TV, and whatever a Hulu is. Probably a Pokemon. So, again, thanks for that, every single enterprise company in the world. Not all license documents are stored with the package, and it's on you to visit the project's website or repo to figure out the rules. Or it's on that expensive lawyer you hired. I guess a cheap lawyer or an intern works, but maybe don't trust this particular task to an LLM because you can get sued. And just because a project is part of the .NET Foundation doesn't mean it's free for everyone. Projects can charge maintenance fees at their own discretion. So expect more open source licensing fees in your future, unless a few large enterprise companies want to fund the projects themselves. Eh? Eh? Yeah, I knew that wasn't going to work. Had to try it anyway. Stripe threw some darts at a board and decided to buy OpenRouter for over $7 billion. OpenRouter is a gateway service that lets you choose or have it choose which AI tool to use for specific tasks. I guess in a way, it's kind of like if this and that, but since OpenRouter is an AI company, the valuation has to be way higher. It makes sense why OpenRouter agreed to be bought by Stripe. They're being paid over $7 billion to join a company that still hasn't IPO'd. But why does Stripe want to buy OpenRouter? Stripe says it's because they already have a complementary product called token billing. It allows their customers to charge their customer for tokens. This acquisition brings their suite of AI products to two, which is enough to call Stripe a real AI company. Not one of those companies that vaguely says they do AI all over the website. I'm looking at you, most companies, and Oracle. The state of Florida is suing OpenAI and its CEO, Sam Altman, saying they should both be treated as a public nuisance. And for once, Florida and I are on the same page, but not for any legal reasons. I just think Sam Altman is a nuisance. The Florida State Attorney General says OpenAI aggressively promoted ChatGPT without telling people about the known risks of using the technology. Focusing largely on the mental health of children, Florida states OpenAI did not do enough to protect those users from known harms. This is not the only safety lawsuit in the US, but it is the one with the funniest premise. The state of Florida will have to prove in court that OpenAI and Sam Altman are nuisances. And while they can walk into court and say, come on, look at them, come on, they will spend the next couple of years preparing. Sam Altman is specifically named in the lawsuit because he was directly involved in decisions developing, marketing, and deploying ChatGPT. And this could set a precedent allowing future AI related lawsuits to include the CEOs of those companies. I look forward to seeing Elon Musk lying under oath, saying he's a normal guy that people like. Not at all the kind of person people hate so much that Cards Against Humanity launched a crowdfunding campaign just to annoy him. I did my part. It was $10 well spent. The price of the OpenAI model GPT 5.6 Soul is down 50% for a limited time. The VS Code social media accounts posted about the temporary sale, saying it lasts until September 3rd. The announcement links did not include a referral code, but expect those in future announcements. Microsoft has been known to require each product to justify its continued existence. And since VS Code is free, one can only assume they're looking for ways to pay for its development costs. I'm looking forward to the inevitable ads inside VS Code, not just for failing Microsoft products like Surface and Copilot, but other tech products developers enjoy, like replica lightsabers, Cybertrucks, and the quintessential digital ad singles in your area. And Microsoft, if you need an influencer to hawk your wares, I'm willing to give up my MVP status for a reasonable fee. Remember when Anthropic rewrote Bun and Rust using hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of Claude tokens? That version has finally been released. Bun 1.4 was announced earlier this year with a tentative release date in July. A month after the anticipated date, the rewrite is now live with promises of lower resource utilization, less bugs, and no external dependencies. Only time will tell if this is a good release or not, but just to be safe, I won't be updating my projects to use it. And that has nothing to do with the fact that all my code is in C Sharp. But also, with over a month of false starts and teasing messaging saying only one more PR is needed, it's it's not off to a great start. If major issues are found, we'll be talking about it on this show. We'll call out each and every problem. We won't shut up about how bad of an idea it was to do the rewrite. And if nothing is found, I don't know. We'll make fun of Jeff Bezos or something. That's we'll think of something. And that's all the news we logged this week. If you enjoyed the show, tell your friends, and if you didn't, tell your acquaintances. If you watched the video, please like and subscribe. And if you listen to the audio only podcast, please leave a review somewhere, preferably not on Threads. We have an account, but don't really use it. For more before the next episode, remember to visit globalglob.dev for news technology professionals really care about. Until next time, go twiddle some bits.